going on, y'all? So this Tricky Trials update is finally the name of it. Three new features, hell yeah.
In the announcement is a huge reveal about what they'll be doing over the few weeks between now and release, as well as the surprise drop of 1.21 soundtrack, and just to give you a tiny spoiler, it is incredible. By the way, hello, I'm Cat, and subscribe if you're tricky, because today's announcement is a big one.
Tricky!
Because it comes as all of the features have both been announced and shown and released to the public via previews and betas. Most people have seen or played with all of the features at this point, which makes the announcement very different to ones we've seen in the past. Previously, the update's name announcement would be a very big deal because it would set the scene for the entire update cycle, with the Nether update letting us know there'll be changes to the Nether, and the Aquatic update letting us know there'll be changes to the oceans. However, now we've seen all of the features come out under a vague theming, and the update title is more just a way to bundle it all together and for us to refer to it if we don't want to say 1.21. This is 1.21 either way though, and the great thing about today's announcement is it didn't just come as a name for the update, but also dropping the final features. We knew we were going to be getting some new music, but what we didn't know is just how great it was going to be. This is the brand new Minecraft 1.21 soundtrack, and there is a lot to talk about, but first things first, for those nostalgia heads in the audience, there are no songs in this by C418. Microsoft and C418 still can't come to an agreement about who should own the rights to the songs they make together, so instead, Microsoft has since been working with Lena Raine, famous for Pigstep, or Aaron Shirov, famous for making Relic, or indeed Kumi Tanioka. They've all been making different songs for different Minecraft updates, but Minecraft 1.21 has songs from all three. So, if you're like me, and you like any modern Minecraft music, and I guarantee you like Otherside, or Pigstep, or Relic, or indeed some of the other Caves and Cliffs music, then you are in for a treat with this one. And although I haven't finished listening to the entire soundtrack, I've got a train journey I've got to go on just after this, I'm going to be listening to the entire thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to say that going through very briefly, there is one that jumps out, and it's because it's called Creator. It comes in two versions, Creator and Creator Music Box version, and doesn't this sound familiar to you? That is a very interesting choice, and that gets me so curious what they're planning with this, because if you're not familiar, that music box sound is something they've done before. Minecraft has these weird nonsense music discs, famously 13 and 11, but also 5 recently from 1.19. It is found in the ancient city, and midway through the nonsense is this. A random music box starts playing, and it doesn't really have much meaning because it's in between all these other weird sounds, but I think the fact that 5 is trying to link into 13 and 11, and then the fact that one of the songs from this is trying to link into there, means they really are building something big. I think this is a big divide between Minecraft fans, people who look at each update and say, oh, they just made one set of features, then they'll move on to something entirely unrelated, but there is meant to be a Minecraft master plan. Sometimes it really feels like it, and sometimes it really feels like it's not, but I think that seeing these little subtle under-the-surface hints says that someone somewhere is at least directing these changes to happen, which means that there should be some greater plan. Hopefully 1.19 does tie into 1.21. The ancient city and the trial chamber aren't as unlinked as you might otherwise think, which I think is beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, did you know that there is going to be a new music disc? You would if you've been following the latest news on this channel, but this is something we've been believing because Minecraft released a short trailer where there is Effie holding a music disc for a few brief seconds. It's a short little spoiler, but today they decided to do something that this very video's thumbnail attempted to do, and explain all of the features in the Tricky Trials update, and tell me if you notice anything interesting.
Decorative copper, tough blocks, the crafter, copper bow, the breeze, trial chambers, trial spawner, the vault, the wind charge, whee! The bogged, armor trims, banner patterns, pottery shards, ominous trials, the mace, paintings, music discs, and stop the clock. Did you catch any of that?
I sure hope you did, because let's rewind just a second. Music, discs, plural, and then this image on screen. This absolutely blew my mind because I was expecting a 1.21 disc announcement, which is actually a very cool thing. One new music disc seems to be a nice little thing they'll do for the bigger updates in the modern era of Minecraft. Just a reminder, there are 16 music discs total. 12 of those were in the game when it full released back in 2011, and ever since then we've had just 4 updates which were worthy of 1 music disc each. And so it's crazy to me that Minecraft have said, you know what, this update is worth free. And taking a closer look at them, the middle one here does look a lot like Relic or Pigstep, I would say, and so could be found anywhere in the game, but it's very clear that the other two, the one on the right is half aged copper and half unoxidized copper, and then the one on the left is fully oxidized copper. That to me tells me that they are almost certainly going to be found in the trial chambers. I would guess that all 3 are, just for the sake of perfect symmetry, which means that Minecraft is going to have a lot of collectibles tied up in this one structure. Seriously, this is the most fleshed out, or at least the most different things you could find from a single structure in Minecraft that they have ever gone with. There is not just these free discs and the new banner patterns and the new armor trims, but also there are the new pottery shards and the new most powerful weapon in Minecraft and all of the other fun little things which are just useful for a survival game. They want to make the trial chambers incredibly useful, and that is a very interesting decision. It's one that I guess we'll be able to see play out in the weeks and months after 1.21 comes out, but this is going to be the biggest structure yet, and so truly I think that 1.21 is an update worthy of the name, except actually is it? I want to take a few seconds to nitpick this title card for a second, because look how big that S looks. It genuinely looks like it's meant to be a 5, unless maybe this is the tricky Trial 5 update and we're missing out on something, but I think it is worth taking a few seconds here and saying that Mojang really has switched tack on how they're doing updates in a very major way over the last couple of years, in a way that really does seem like we've moved from a new phase of Minecraft updates. If you don't know, there was alpha, there was beta, and then it's generally accepted that there have been 3 eras of Minecraft after its full release. The first era was 1.1 to 1.8. These were updates which were just adding content that they felt like could go with Minecraft. Then there's 1.9 to 1.11, which is a update era where things were going a bit weird, partially because of the Microsoft acquisition. And then there is the modern era of Minecraft updates, which is generally 1.12 or 1.13 all the way to the current day. I think that we are entering a new phase where they have significantly revamped a number of major key parts of the game, and now they're focusing on having a major individual feature for each update. Sure, 1.21 is also going to be a great update just for anyone who has any copper or tuff lying around. There are all sorts of customization which doesn't rely around this one feature, because it's impossible to ever truly nail down a feature that way, but it does seem as though 1.19 and 1.20 was sort of aiming this way, and 1.21 has fully gone straight at it. Is this a good thing for the future? And more importantly, is the new way they're revealing it actually any good too? Because being in a new era is something that I think you can only really perfectly judge after the fact, but something we can judge right now is the fact that Minecraft have gotten away from, announcing features well ahead of time, like they previously did. We used to get the update theme and title as one of the earliest things, but now we get the very loosest of descriptions of an update. For example, 1.21 wasn't called the Tricky Trials update when it was first announced last year. Instead, we just had the vague theme of
combat adventures and tinkering.
Which is great, but it also makes you wonder, did they have a different vision for the update back then than they did now? Or were they just willing to let things roll and see how that went? It's interesting because the tinkering side of this update hasn't really been mentioned much besides in today's video where they said this.
Tricky Trials. Well, Trials felt like, of course, we need to have that in the name because this update is so much about the exciting adventures in the trial chambers. And then for the word tricky, I mean, it hints to that the trials, they are challenging in like a playful way. Then also tricky hints to the more like tinkery side of this update. And very important, tricky really feels like this quirky Minecraft personality, and that is something we like a lot, of course.
I do actually agree with that, but as you can see, there are 3 definitions of the tricky part of this update, and only one of them has anything to do with tinkering. I do think that you could probably more broadly say that tinkering kind of changed along the way to mean customization. Again, the amount of customization that is
I like that there's different lightings.
is intense, and it is a great way to tie the 2 parts of the update together, but I do think that is very interesting, and maybe implies that Minecraft is giving themselves more breathing room, because imagine if they did call this the tinkering update really early on because they thought the trials was just going to be a small thing in the corner that wouldn't be focused on very much, then it might be very weird that the one major feature in this update is going to be that. But what I do think the Tricky Trials update does kind of subtly imply is that yes, there is one major feature around which everything else comes, because if we do look at every single feature again, you could either take those 20 seconds or you could just look at the thumbnail again. This is what I love to do. If we take a look at these, you can see that, wow, actually, almost every single one of these can be found in the trial chambers. A few of these, like the ominous bottles or the new tub bricks, could be found outside of them as well, but ultimately, the vast majority, outside of literally two of the features in this update, are focused on this one structure, and so that is going to be interesting to see. I think this is a great idea for an update, and honestly, it seems like it's specifically targeted at me. Actually, not specifically targeted at me, because...
And we also spent like a lot of time and effort in ensuring that it's really fun to play this update together with friends. So I hope that all of you that really enjoy playing together with others will have a very precious time doing so.
But everything else about this is specifically my jam. I love survival content, I love harder survival content, and I love survival content that gives you a really fun niche reward. That is precisely what the Mace is. I am excited for
The hell is wrong with this
an
thing?
update, Tricky Trials. My only question is the wider community going to be? And this is something we have to wait and see when it comes to. But yeah, I think that is, there's always going to be a vocal minority of people who hate an update, but are there going to be enough people who
I want to play Stray though. I missed that game.
that's kind of cool? That is the question Mojang is asking, and it's the question I guess I'm also curious about. Speaking of things I'm curious about, you might be curious to see my newest series. It is something that is starting tomorrow now. I'm going to be playing Ultra Flat Survival in Hardcore, so Flatland Survival, hard difficulty, 1 life in the new Bedrock difficulty, but we'll also have the game counter, but also I'm not going to have any bonus chest, any access to saplings. It's going to be just me and the flat land. This is possible because of the different biomes on Ultra Flat. It is the map that we made to make this even more fun, and so there is a jungle biome. We might be able to find some pandas. Pandas drop bamboo, and if we want to get saplings, which are later required for apples, we can just use the fox drop, because foxes have a 20% chance of holding something in their mouth. That has a 20% or about 5% chance of being an emerald, and so there is a 1 in 100.
Minecraft Ultra Flat Core.
I'm incredibly nervous about this one because I previously did a Flatland survival, and it was one of the hardest things I ever did. Surviving was incredibly challenging, and honestly, I died more than once, and if I'm not mistaken, that was on easy or normal difficulty. Today, we're going to be trying this. Speaking of not reckless decisions, I've got my second tree, and this one still has to drop a sapling in. Unless they do something drastic, they're not going to die.
Hold on a second.
How we're going to be saying which episode it is. Oh, the zombie's involved. Go, shoot this guy, zombie. Shoot him harder. Okay, he's not bothered about that at all. Yes, gold armor, and it's projectile protection. Exactly what I would need if I was going to fight a skeleton. Oh, I'm not gonna win. Exactly what I would need if.
Oh, gold armor.
Yes, gold armor.
Gold armor. I thought you said goat armor.
Exactly what I would need if I was going to fight a skeleton. Oh, I'm not gonna win this. There is zero chance that's happening. So yeah, the skeleton is staying alive because he has a helmet, but every other mob that isn't a husk is going to die now. I guess except the slimes. Ultra Flat 2, let's go. Ooh, so,
I'm just 4 at a time. Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, I would like to have
like
a bed
that.
by tonight, and to have a bed by tonight, I need to have another piece of wool, and I need to have that sapling grown, which means I need bone mills, if it's not going to happen naturally. So I'll keep killing cows, but really I'm looking for a sheep, and really not looking for a baby zombie. That is the opposite. They always hit you at such weird angles. Okay, there we go. Free raw beef will keep me alive and in the game, and then we'll take this to the nearest sheep. Just one sheep, and I'll be good. One sheep, and all my problems will fade away, I assume. Oh, there's a bone there. Never mind. Awesome. Spiders and creepers might survive. Yeah, that's true too. It's just as far as the more aggressive, directly aggressive mobs.
Police will never
that's
find
what
us
we're gonna
in
worry about. Okay.
this low in the
Quickly,
grave.
bone meal
This low on the ground.
into a tree. Yes. Okay. We're in now, chat. We're in for some good stuff. As long as this tree drops a sapling, the run is not doomed. I think I overcorrected in the lack of storms. I think it overcorrected in lack of storms from your first run, because this is 3 storms in 10 minutes, as Alina. I know, right? I can't believe how stormy Minecraft decided to get. It's, it feels like it's haunting me, and it's,
Stormy?
Minecraft decided to get. It's, oh, right? I can't believe how stormy Minecraft decided to get. It's, it feels like it's haunting me, and it's not very polite of the game, but I understand where it's coming from, at least. Okay, so yeah, if there are no saplings from this, the run it's over, chat. We oh no, is it happening? I think it might be. I'm gonna make myself a. What do I make even? You know, I'm gonna have to kill this guy. Let's go for it. Oh no, I can't kill him. Can't kill him. Okay, so here's the deal. I think we messed. I think we ruined it. I don't know if we got unlucky, but I've got a wheat, and I don't have a sapling. Why do bedrock leaves drop the wrong color? It's because I grew it inside of a different biome. Yeah, I think I could be wrong here, but I think unless the okay, come on, give me a sapling. Oh no. Give me, yes! Okay, we're in luck, I mean, I say we're in luck. I mean, that's not what this looks like. But trust me when I say that we are in luck. If I can just kill this sheep, tonight I sleep, and tomorrow I live. Oh yeah, this is pretty close to death. It's not where I would like to be. oh, I'm so close to death. Okay. Run back in. I need you to drop your wool and quick. Go, please. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is bad to the outside observer, obviously, but to someone who knows what's happening, this is great news. Okay, I'm gonna run in a directly straight line. I can craft a bed now. I just need there to not be hostile mobs around me. Oh god, this is so terrible. Okay, as soon as I know the baby zombies are off my tail, that's when I'm going in. Oh no, it's over now. I'm gonna have to stack up. I can get these planks back later. The only thing I can't get back is the only thing I can't deal with right now is the fact that they are going to, unless they do something drastic, they're not going to die. They're going to stop me from sleeping in my bed, which is a problem. So what do I do about that problem? Well, I can just craft my bed, and I can hope that for some reason that doesn't go off, but as you can see, it does. So for me to be able to sleep tonight, I have to kill these guys. But to kill these fellas, I'm going to eat anything I can to stay above this point. If I'm going to kill these guys... Wait, where are they? There they are. Oh, he's got my wood! What's that all about, buddy? Your sapling's going to despawn, Selena? Yeah, I've got 5 minutes to get back to that sapling. So I need to kill these guys, sleep, and immediately run back to the sapling. And if I don't do that, then it's GG. And I'm on 1 heart, though, so also if a skeleton spawns, it's also GG. If a creeper
Game
spawns,
gone. Game is gone.
Also GG. But welcome to life. Sometimes it's like this, you know? Sometimes you feel like you're gonna die.
Hello, I'm Soika.
I'm incredibly nervous about this one because I previously did a flatland survival, and it was. I'm incredibly nervous about this one.
Wait.
I'm incredibly nervous about this one because I previously did a flatland survival, and it was one of the hardest things I ever did. Surviving was incredibly challenging, and honestly, I died more than once. And if I'm not mistaken, that was on easy or normal difficulty. Today, we're going to be trying this on hardcore difficulty. This is really embarrassing. I didn't check that the warp actually worked. This is a new version of the map that we quickly rolled out so that we can test hardcore in the flat, and I am regretting hitting go live without having tested it. I just kind of assumed that it would work, and I'm paying for that assumption right now. Whoopsie. So yeah, we got 1 sapling, we got 3 chests, we got 3 maps here, which come from the bonus chest over here, and this is all we're going to be taking with us as we do this. 1 sec. Let's quickly whoopsie. So yeah, this has been a crazy thing to get going on. The thunder adds to the spooky factor. Did it really just start lightninging? Oh man. SMH dashies. I didn't test the teleport. What? But it doesn't. Okay, so this is Ultra Flat Survival. If you are not familiar, this is basically after playing Flat Fan Survival for well over 500 Minecraft days, I think it's like 300-400, but I played for several hundred Minecraft days. I kind of realized at that point that I had
27 days played.
really, missed some things from regular Minecraft. I felt like there were some things that just seemed like they should have been in the Flatland.
I love that about hardcore though. Oh, counts the days, but it's like survival.
It shouldn't take too long to change another one, right? Okay. Chat. Here's the thing. Being mocked by the lightning. Okay, so here's the thing. We whipped up a new version of Ultra Black, which will be going out after 1.21 is live and hardcore is real, so that you can play this map in hardcore difficulty. However, I was going to play an early version of it, and it's so early that I'm the first person to test it, and we've learned the button doesn't work. So now, here's what we have to do instead, and this might seem like insanity, chat, but hear me out. I worked out how to play this Bloodborne Survival within the current system. It's called Toycat Smells, that's the tester for it. And we're going to make a new world right now, but there will be no saplings. There is no saplings whatsoever, so just I'm going to quickly load it up. It is called, I forgot what I called it, like Toycat Flat World? Okay, here we go. So, this is my Ultra Flat Hardcore. Okay, the hardcore mode is turned on, and as soon as we turn off the texture pack, which is missing, so we're fine. Okay, now we are ready to play, and here is the fun thing about it. There is no sapling. Chat, this is the dumbest thing I will ever be attempting. I don't think we should do it this way, but here's the thing. With no saplings,
Minecraft natural disasters add-on. Oh. Oh, my name's St. John, but now strolling on the water, high over every curve.
Whoa, new cinnamon cat.
Oh, this is so fucking cool. Hold on, you guys. That is so cool. Ooh. They need so many updates.
In this video, I'll be attempting to survive 100 days in the Amazon jungle in hardcore Minecraft. This means that I'll be dealing with the intense heat, deadly mobs, and mysterious structures as I sail my way. But I didn't see any in the house. And so, I just went back to cooking my fish. Once they were done, I set off again, and soon found myself in a really wide section of the river. And with some more bursts of rain, I realized
This is cool.
fascinating creatures. These massive constrictors can grow to be up to 29 feet long, or 9 meters for my non-American viewers. And it doesn't help that their name comes from the Tamil word for elephant killer, which is Anaconda. So that should put into perspective just how powerful these predators are, as not even jaguars are safe from them. On day 27, I did a lot more sailing and stopping to get food. Except this is when I realized that my boat actually does a lot of damage to the creatures it runs into. And when I found this anaconda coming at me in the water, I decided to have some fun. Only I didn't end up getting it. But that's okay, as the next day I found a new friend in my boat. Yeah, I was not about to make the same mistake twice. Sorry, friend of Charles. It was a temple of some sort, and
um. I'm gonna love that add-on.
Fred Meyer said he wanted to leave the world a better place than he entered it, and so we live
Fred
that
Meyer?
fundamental value of his in our sustainability work at Meyer. An environmental steward.
Who owns Fred Meyer? What? Is Fred Meyer still a store? You idiot.
According to
Is Fred Meyer still a
Fred
store?
Meyer is an American chain of hyper.
I'm gonna kill you, Google. I'm gonna fucking slit your goddamn throats. God damn you. Fucking niggers. Oh wow. 4 states. Who owns Myers?
Its parent organizations are Kroger and Big
No, you idiot nigger. Fucking faggot. What? Oh, people are sausage. Who owns it? Who founded Meyer? Hendrik Meyer.
Hendrik Meyer.
Okay, shut up. I don't have time to hear bullshit. Oh, fuck yeah. I gotta start building up. Let me see lightning bullshit. Oh, acid rain. Acid rain. Acid rain. Basically came in for all this. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Get the fuck over there. He's getting thrown in by the tornado. Oh. Oh, fuck. There's a crafter controlling. Oh, cool. Oh, hell no.
Recently, add-ons popped up inside of the Bedrock Marketplace. And today, in search of the ultimate one, we checked them all out. I like to give a little mention to the legendary lads Toykatsu and Echo Soldier, whose add-on content inspired this video. And today, we take it all to Hiker's Friend for the low price of free. When diving into a brand new world with Hiker's Friend like so
And
many
low price of
to check
free.
out today, we kick it all off with a book. Upon closer inspection, this book is basically a guide with a little bit of crafting recipes and knowledge as to how this pack will work. Now for a pack that is entirely free, there's like a decent amount of things here. Out of every pack we check out today, this one's a little bit more minimal. It keeps it simple. We've got a chair, and yes, of course, you can sit down in the chair. The chair comes in all wool colors as well. There's also a brand new bed option called the sleeping bag. It's like a low profile and minimal, and of course, you can take a nap inside of the bag too. Oh, but what's that? The extra intuitive may notice that we just skipped the entire day cycle. Yes, that's the amazing thing about the sleeping bag. You can use this at any time of the day, and it's going to basically like cycle your day cycle about like 12 hours forward. For our next science trick, we take a look at an item called the ice pick. We'll walk up to a vertical wall with this thing, and then we can actually press the use button, and it basically climbs the wall. And even more cool, in the middle of the night, the handheld lantern is like a dynamic light source. Oh, no way, and I don't even need to have it out. I could be having this hiker stick, which basically gives me jump boost and a little bit faster when running. And the light, as long as it's inside of my inventory, it's just valid and working. That's so cool. Cool Odyssey, another furniture add-on, another free add-on, is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, what's that? What's this one?
The light, as long as your stick, which basically can make a light source. Oh, and more cool, in the middle of the night, science trick, we take like a cycle, your day cycle. You can use skip the entire day cycle, yes. That's but what's that? The extra intuitive may notice it. You can take a bed option. Check out that it's entirely free. Crafting recipes and knowledge as to how this pack will work. Now for a pack that is entirely free, there's like a decent amount of things here. Out of every pack we check out today, this one's a little bit more minimal. It keeps it simple. A chair, and yes, of course, you can sit down in the chair. The chair comes in all wool colors as well. There's also a brand new bed option called the sleeping bag. It's like a low profile and minimal, and of course, you can take a nap inside of the bag too. Oh, but what's that? The extra intuitive may notice that we just skipped the entire day cycle. Yes, that's the amazing thing about the sleeping bag. You can use this at any time of the day, and it's going to basically like a cycle, your day cycle, about like 12 hours forward. For our next science trick, we take a look at an item called the ice pick. We walk up to a vertical wall with this thing, and then we can actually press the use button, and it basically climbs the wall. And even more cool, in the middle
That's
of the
cool.
night, the handheld lantern is like a
That
dynamic
is
light
way
source.
cool. Get the
Oh,
fuck out of here. I like the
wait,
video
I don't
already.
even need to have it out. I
Mhm.
could be holding this
Idiot.
hiker stick, which basically gives me jump boost and a little bit faster of running. And the light, as long as it's inside of my inventory, it's just valid and working. That's so cool. Cool Odyssey, another furniture add-on, another free add-on, is one of my favorite ones. So common theme here, when we spawn in the world, we spawn with another book. If we use the book, then we basically get like a whole guide to this pack and the different things that you can make, and basically how to create the furniture and dye the furniture, and oh my god, this furniture is beautiful. We've got a working grandfather clock, it's like taking it so. The aesthetic is beautiful. We've got working furniture as well, but even better, comes in all of the different forms, the vanilla Minecraft wood set. Wonderful. In the middle of the night, the lamps too. Yes, you can interact with them and actually add a little bit of lighting to your base too. It's so cool. Oh look, for today we've got a lot to move through, so these are all like rapid fire miniature reviews. If you'd like a more in-depth review on any of these packs, just request it down below, but this one is so beautiful. If you want more furniture inside of your base, this is a no-brainer. And a little build hack for the professionals. So take the curtain items and put them on the sides of tables, and you get this cool like hang down effect. It's so nice. This one is easily one of the best packs in the entire market. And next up, while I prep up our third pack of the day, a quick reminder. If you like content like this, and you'd like me to cook it up a little bit more for you, do me a quick favor. It helps on the video huge, more than you would ever know, and tap a like on this video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Consider subscribing.
Oh, I get sick of this freaking shit.
Explosive pack out of all of them. Inside the world, we spawned with a crafting recipe book. So I actually showed this one off a little bit in a short. Maybe you saw it, but the more TNT add-on, yet another free add-on, adds a bunch of brand new TNT to the game. I think specifically like 17. This honestly throws me back to some of those old classic, like a Minecraft 4 TNT add-ons. This is like super nostalgic. Throwable TNT, that is so cool. Why can't we do that in vanilla Minecraft? Disco TNT, aka like Boogie Bomb? Alright, valid. Now we've got a lot of different types of TNT here. There are so many that we can take a look at. Instead, however, we'll just take a look at a few. This one is called Rocket TNT. If I light it, kind of presumably, as you would expect, it's a rocket ship. It goes up into the world and explodes. I hate to say it, but tragically looking explodes. The Sonic TNT looks like the Quarters. If I go ahead and light this thing, it like spins a little bit. And then right there, it was all a hit. Check out what happens. I stand next to it, and the ground is fine. With the things around it, maybe the village or me, we got shot way back. This is easily one of those add-ons. We're gonna have its own full in-depth showcase. Probably my favorite TNT out of all of them. Throws me back to the old Lucky Block series. I love this one. This is called the Lucky TNT. We'll go ahead and run things in survival for this one, and let's see what we get. We walk up to it. We go ahead and light the TNT. We get a little bit of a loading thing, and oh, that's terrible. No. It could be good. It could be bad. It adds like a whole new thrill and challenge to your world. Oh, that's so evil. No, leave me alone. Alright, now next up, we've got our very first paid add-on of the day. For the price of $4.99, we get computers. Now, look, I don't consider myself the brightest book, but I know a thing or two. This add-on, I tried it out in a different world for a little bit of time. Like, it's great, super high quality and all, but it's definitely not very vanilla. Inside of the inventory here, we can see that we get quite a few different new items, which is pretty cool. You've ever wanted the gaming chair inside of Minecraft? So you got the gaming chair in Minecraft that leans back and everything is beautiful. Or you got like the more simple grown-up adult chair. It's very nice. I also like how the creator of the pack thought about what you put the computer on. You get a desk inside of the pack too. Unfortunately, you can't like interact with it, but it's a desk. It's nice. Now we've got a bunch of different types of computers. These different computers will do different things. Look at that retro one. Oh, that's so cool. The portable PC is pretty cool. If I go to any biome and place it down, then I get a bunch of information as to the specific block that it's placed on. If I interact with the PC, I can actually customize what's being shown. Ancient computer, it's so cool looking. If I place it down, it kind of like lights up, and then if I interact with it, a whole menu pops up. Inside of this menu, we've got different options. For example, the weather. Very cool. It'll actually show me the game's current moon phase. Yeah, but then this is where things get absolutely flipped. If I go ahead and adjust the weather back onto the computer, I literally just changed the weather cycle. I basically ran a command, except I'm in survival. I like the aesthetic of this ancient computer. It just kind of hits, you know, so that's why I'm focusing on it. But we do have other computers as well. For example, RGB machine. Hey, yo, and check this. You can actually rotate inside of the gamer chip. Very epic. We've got a couple different radars that we can go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and go with Monster Radar, hit submit, and then check this out. Inside of the screen, I've got a little bit of information as to mobs that are nearby. Definitely a really cool, high-quality add-on, but some of the powers kind of do take away from that classic survival experience. Alright, next up we got a big one. This is called Spark Portals. Basically, if you're familiar with any of the million Waystone mods on Minecraft and Java, think that. Whew, sheesh, the quality control here, I hope it stays so consistent into the future. Spark Portals drops into the world with yet another book. Go ahead and interact with a book. colors of all time. So when you light a portal for the very first time, you're given the option to name the portal. We will
I
name
can't
it the Mist
deny
Lane.
you
Now
feel
right
so
now, because I have no
alive.
other yellow portals in the world, if I go
I
ahead
feel
and
so
stand into this
alive.
thing,
All the very
I get
first
one
time.
option, and that's however. This is where it gets cool. I go ahead and start the same setup, exactly the same. I make the yellow box, I go ahead and light the yellow box. Now I get an option, and maybe I'm gonna name it a little bit more usefully this time. Now in survival, check this out, this is so cool. I can go ahead and stand in it, tap a different portal, waddle, and then just like that, give it a second, and poof, I'm set all the way over here, so far away from that other one. Now I go ahead and jump back into this thing, and I want to go back to the swamp. No big deal. It's
Oh,
just like that, give it a second, and poof.
hell
Maybe
yes.
a little bit more usefully this time. Now in survival, check this out. This is so cool. I can go ahead and stand in it, tap a different portal, waddle, and then just like that, give it a second, and poof, I'm sent all the way over here, so far away from that other one. Now I go ahead and jump back into this thing, and I want to go back to the swamp. No big deal. It's so cool. Next up, I'd like to see if I can break the pack. Alright, so this is a relatively simple thing, I would think, theoretically, but let's say we're over inside of the nether. We're going to make yet another